Hacks' Nightclub, a weekly series in New York City, has grown out of nowhere to become the East Coast's most stacked local that is a must-watch every Wednesday night for any hardcore Melee fan. So that makes it a perfect place to start this series on my channel, where we highlight smaller Melee events around the globe so you're still able to scratch that Melee itch during weeks where you don't have a major to look out for. And just like my major coverage, we'll be doing a short pregame show leading up to the start of the Hacks' Nightclub stream tonight, where we'll talk about the interesting projected matchups in the bracket. Be sure to follow me over at twitch.tv/SaveAsUntitled to make sure you don't miss out, link down in the description. But with that out of the way, let's briefly run through the key players you should know about to enjoy tonight's 6th edition of Hacks' Nightclub to its fullest extent. The big story of this week's event is Kalamazoo, a Peach main initially from Michigan, coming out for the event. Kazoo finished the year as the 3rd best Peach in the world, ranked 57th on the recently released Top 100. However, his year defending his place in the hierarchy hasn't gone so great, losing to Eddie Mexico's Luigi and Fishbait, the 9th best player in Colorado, at Genesis to finish 97th. He did bounce back pretty strong at Saving Mr. L, picking up wins over Army, Albert, Squid, and Null, while losing to IBDW, Triff, and S2J. So here at Hacks' Nightclub, he's got a chance to keep that momentum going, but Kazoo has a huge target on his back, not only for giving a chance for players to pick up a top 100 win, but also to defend their home turf by keeping Kazoo from claiming a victory at Hacks' Nightclub. A player with a pretty good likelihood to stop him from doing so is Rishi, who is currently tied with Captain Smuckers for the most first place finishes at the local, with each of them having 2 apiece. On top of coming off an undefeated win at last week's Hacks' Nightclub, Rishi quietly got 33rd at Genesis 7, beating Bobby Frizz and Crunch while losing to Shroomed and Ice. So I think it'd be fair to say, based on everyone who has signed up as of the creation of this video, Rishi's probably the favorite to win this week yet again. Well, that's only if he's able to dodge Captain Smuckers in bracket. The pair have both been in attendance at 4 out of the 5 Hacks' Nightclubs, but their path only crossed at the 3rd edition, where Smuckers beat down the Marth in both winners and grand finals to win the event. But here's where the rock, paper, scissors starts the build, because 5 out of the 6 losses that Smuckers has taken at the local series have come at the hands of a Fox main. 1 from Aklo, 2 from Hacks, and 2 from Slocks. So Smuckers' Falcon beats Rishi's Marth, Rishi's Marth beats the Talented Foxes, and the Talented Foxes beat Smuckers. Speaking of Talented Foxes, seeing the young gun Aklo play out of his mind makes this local worth tuning into every week to see what nutty thing he'll pull off next. I made a whole video on Aklo's story within the Smash scene, so I'm going to skip over highlighting him again, but click the link in the top right hand corner to check it out if you haven't already. Slocks is another more well-known Fox that you should be keeping your eyes out for on Wednesdays as well. Recently ranked 56th best in the world, Slocks hasn't ventured too far outside his region in recent years, with Smash Summit 7 back in 2018 being the last big example of it. But that doesn't mean he hasn't been grinding away at the game, and maybe with the right bracket, he'll be able to top his Hacks' Nightclub PB that he set last week, getting 3rd place. And those are just a few of the big names in contention for winning this event, but before we wrap this up, let's run down a few more names. If you don't know who Ryobeat is, you need to catch up on your Melee news. In short, this talented Peach main was recently voted in the Summit, played out of his mind at Genesis, and will be getting one last week of prep here at Hacks' Nightclub before flying out for the Invitational event. The Swooper is a Samus main who recently got ranked as the #1 player in New Jersey, who is also coming off an amazing run through losers at Genesis, where he beat Nikki's Fox, Bimbo's Falco, and Chudat's Icy's. Wasabi and JD, co-hosts of the Wannabes podcast and patrons of this channel, are 2 hungry Fox mains that should not be underestimated, with JD beating Layton and Vortex at HNC2, and Wasabi taking a game off Wizzy at Genesis. And sitting behind Swooper at 2nd on that New Jersey PR is Falcon main Panos, who started off the 2020 ranking season with a bang, getting 3rd at No Johns, beating Stango and Kemp. And lastly, I want to give a special shout out to one of my Twitch subs and Pikachu main Bon, who has personally destroyed me on netplay and has been putting a ton of hours into getting better at Melee recently. And that about does it for this video. A reminder that I'll be streaming in just a few hours at 7 PM Eastern Standard Time, doing a pregame show for this event. The event generally runs pretty late into the night, so it's most likely still going on, but you can check the bracket link down in the description to see how much is left. Also, let me know down in the comments which tournament series you think I should be highlighting next. And that about does it for me. I've been SaveAsUntitled, and I'll see you guys next time.